And joining us now is White House National Security Council spokesman, coordinator John Kirby. So why Iran is doing this now, knowing full well the U.S. is going to respond?
Iran's been long pushing back on our presence in Syria and in Iraq, quite frankly, Andrea. And regrettably, this is not the first time that they've launched strikes against our troops and our facilities there, our bases there. Unfortunately, of course, this one resulted in casualties, wounded, but also a dead American citizen. So the president acted swiftly and quickly to retaliate against this strike and to send a strong message to Iran that this is unacceptable, and we're going to do what we have to do to protect our people and our facilities there.
Can you give us some timing on this? Was this done while he was in the air going to Canada, before he left?
He made the final decision to order these strikes against these targets last night on the plane on the way up here to Ottawa, in consultation, of course, with Pentagon leaders.
NBC News is also reporting that one of the radars used to detect incoming threats was down for maintenance at the time of the drone attack. Could that have somehow played a role?
Well, I won't speak to operational issues. I think I'll leave that to the Pentagon. We do everything we can to try to protect our facilities and our troops as much as possible. And there are air defense capabilities intrinsic to some of these locations. But as to the actual status of them, I think you can understand why I wouldn't want to get into too much detail there.
Is there an investigation into whether there was some insider involvement?
I don't know of a ongoing investigation in particular to this strike, Andrea. It's pretty clear to us and to the intelligence community and to the Pentagon that this was, no kidding, an Iranian one-way drone attack. We've been able to identify that with certainty. And, of course, that's what led to the president's decision to retaliate against Iran-backed militant groups and their IRG supporters in Syria.
And the U.S. CENTCOM commander was on the Hill yesterday talking about Iran's drone program after the attack took place, according to our correspondent. He didn't mention it to Congress.
Well, again, this attack didn't occur until later in the day. I don't know exactly what the time hack was, but I think his testimony came before this drone attack.
Okay, we had heard a different report, so thanks for clearing that up. Armed Russian jets have flown over U.S. military garrisons in Syria nearly every day in March, and that violates the 4-year-old agreement, the deconfliction agreement between Washington and Moscow. Is this part of a broader conflict?
There's no reason for it to be the portents of a broader conflict. We're not looking for that kind of a broader conflict, Andrea.
And what further actions, at least diplomatically, might be taken through back channels? We know our colleagues, the Brits and others, have embassies in Iran. Are you reaching out to Iran? Is there any other warning that you care to discuss?
Well, as you know, we don't have diplomatic relations with Tehran. We do communicate through our protecting power. We have made it very clear, and of course the president made it very clear again just last night with this retaliatory strike, that these continued attacks on our facilities and our troops is unacceptable, and we're going to defend ourselves as best we can and as much as we can. We don't seek a conflict, as I said, with Iran. We certainly don't want a broader conflict in the Middle East, but we will do what we have to do to protect our missions there. And our mission against ISIS is still vital. It's still viable, and we're still at that mission with our Syrian Democratic partner forces. And we're also going to do what we have to do to protect ourselves and our national security interest against Iran's continued destabilizing activity in the region. And that includes their provision of drones to Russia so that they can kill more Ukrainians. It includes the fact that they're still developing a ballistic missile capability. It includes their support for other terrorist groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. All of that continues, and we've got to make sure that we're postured militarily to defend ourselves and our interests in the region, and we'll do that.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was going to ask you about the broader mission against ISIS. People think that war is over. We don't hear very much about it. We have what I think has been acknowledged as around 900 troops in country working with coalitions there. Is that correct?
That's correct. There's less than 1,000 troops in Syria. We also have a small number, a couple of thousand troops in Iraq that are partnered with the Iraqi Defense Forces there. And it's, very, very discreetly aligned against the counter-ISIS mission. That's what we're doing in Iraq. That's what we're doing in Syria. And in Iraq particularly, it's really about advising and assisting the Iraqi defense forces and their ability to help defend against ISIS and defend their fellow countrymen.
Well, for that context and all the updates there, we really are grateful. We know you have to go join the president at the parliament there in Canada, in Ottawa. Safe trip, and thank you very much, John Kirby.